What happens when you die? It's a question every human wonders, yet no one truly knows. Different cultures, religions, and sciences offer unique answers. Let's explore what death might mean through facts and beliefs from around the world. From a scientific perspective, death begins when the heart stops beating. Blood flow to the brain halts, and within minutes, consciousness fades. This is known as clinical death. After that, biological death follows. Cells begin to break down, and the body slowly returns to the earth. But science has discovered something strange. In some cases, parts of the brain remain active for a few minutes after death. People who have had near-death experiences report feelings of peace, floating sensations, bright lights, or even seeing their lives flash before their eyes. Scientists suggest that this might be caused by a surge of chemicals like DMT in the brain just before full shutdown. Still, science cannot explain what happens to consciousness itself, whether it ends or continues in some unknown form. Now let's turn to religion, which has long provided spiritual explanations for death. In Islam, death is a transition to the afterlife. The soul is taken by the angel of death and enters a realm called Barzakh, a place where it awaits the day of judgment. On that day, each soul is judged and sent to either Jannah, or paradise, or Jahannam, or hell, depending on the person's deeds and faith in God. In Christianity, the soul leaves the body and is judged. Those who lived righteously and accepted Christ are granted eternal life in heaven, a place of peace in God's presence. Others are sent to hell, a state of separation from God. Some Christian traditions also believe in a resurrection at the end of time, when the dead rise and are judged again. In Hinduism, death is not the end but part of a cycle called samsara, the continuous loop of birth, death, and rebirth. After death, the soul, or Atman, is reincarnated based on karma, the sum of a person's actions in previous lives. The goal is to eventually break free from this cycle and reach moksha, a state of liberation and union with the divine. In Buddhism, the belief is similar. Life is a cycle of rebirth shaped by karma. However, Buddhists do not believe in a permanent soul. Instead, consciousness continues in a new form. Enlightenment, or nirvana, is the end of this cycle, a state of freedom from suffering and rebirth. In Judaism, beliefs about the afterlife vary. Some Jews believe in Sheol, a shadowy realm of the dead. Others believe in the resurrection of the dead in the Messianic age, and in Olam Haba, the world to come. What remains central is a life lived through moral action, justice, and faithfulness to God. Outside religion, many people turn to spiritual and philosophical ideas to explain death. Some believe that our energy, like everything in the universe, does not disappear. It simply changes form. The body returns to the earth, and the soul, or consciousness, might return to the universe, or become part of something larger. Others suggest that life is a simulation, and death is simply logging out or returning to the source. Some see death as a reset, an entry into another dimension, or even a multiverse where other versions of ourselves may exist. Philosophers have long debated the meaning of death. Socrates called it either a dreamless sleep or a passage to another life. Others say death gives life its meaning, because knowing we will die one day is what gives each moment value. So, what happens when you die? Science tells us what happens to the body. Religion tells us what might happen to the soul. Spirituality offers comfort, and philosophy gives us questions to think about. No one knows the full answer, but maybe death is not just an end. It might be the beginning of something we're not yet able to understand. Death in the year 3000. 1. Death may become optional. In the year 3000, advances in biotechnology and cellular regeneration could make death a choice, not a certainty. Aging may be fully reversible, and vital organs could be repaired indefinitely. 2. Consciousness could be uploaded. Using ultra-advanced brain scanning and AI mapping, people may be able to upload their consciousness into digital systems. This could allow minds to live forever inside simulated realities or robotic bodies. 3. Soul backups might exist. Some theories suggest that future civilizations may combine quantum computing and spiritual energy studies to store or transfer souls, if consciousness proves to be more than biology for.